Good afternoon.
Trying to get over.
Refresh your browsers, y'all, because today is, well, Wednesday.
The hump, y'all.
March 7th, 2012, and you are listening to Room 3026 Live.
Live.
Episode 481, a 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. And I'm your host, Damon Nolan. We are broadcasting live right here in Durham, North Carolina. It is lunch hour in the Onyx Tower.
It's Groovalicious.
Today, my co-hosts are Mr. Derek Brinson.
The world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friend.
And the baldest faces man I know, Mr. Michael Render.
Nicely done, sir.
Doozy.
As always, we encourage listener participation. That means you can join the conversation. All you got to do is call us right now at 646-929-2689. Again, that's 646-929-2689. You can also chat with us right now. Go to blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. Click on today's episode. Has a big red on air. Click on that. Scroll to the bottom. And there we are. Want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It's called Without You. That reminds me that without you, we would not be where we are today. So thank you so very much for what you do. We greatly appreciate it. All right. Now, let me turn to the chat room and say hi to those who are coming in right now. Let me say hi to Mr. Alan Tran. The man.
Indeed.
We also got Mr. Tim Arthur, King Tim Bada Bim.
What up, Slim?
What up?
In the house. Also want to say what's up to all of our listeners live and in archive. No matter where you are, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We definitely appreciate it. And I do want to kind of give you a heads up on what we're going to talk about today. We're definitely going to keep our eyes,
also known in the business as a teaser,
on the new iPad HD. Is the announcement will come out today during the show, during the 1 o'clock hour.
I might get one.
So we're going to keep our eyes on that.
Might be like, well, my wife might get one, which is like me having one. You get the idea.
It's both of ours.
Yeah.
What's mine is mine.
What's yours is mine. Yeah.
To whom all my worldly possessions I do bequeath. Turn your web radio down just for a minute, baby.
It's too late. She got that at the
yes.
The altar.
That was a slip.
When you said I do, that means it's mine.
Dot.
Yeah, all is mine is yours, and all is yours is yours,
including the 3 dots afterwards.
But we're going to continue talking about the iPad HD. That's the iPad 3. We'll also talk a little bit about something that Google announced yesterday. It's called Google Play.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to take a look at what that is. And also, they have something that's hidden inside of Google Play that you may or may not know exists.
Is it possible that that hidden thing is more internal memory for my Nexus One?
I don't think that's what this is.
Because at this point,
this isn't to say
the rebranding of all the Google apps under one and content under this one Google Play banner has brought back the low on space messages on my phone. You know, I think perhaps a little retail therapy is going to do me some good. Just as an aside, if you care anything about me, or you know me in the least bit in a personal way, if you hand me a PDF and tell me put this on the web, you can walk away knowing I'm going to say some bad words about you. Can we just put that out there? It's pretty time consuming, and you have to destyle it and then restyle it into a current template. That's not good, and it's not fun. And don't do it, not even to your worstest enemy. Stop doing that. So I think perhaps going to the T-Mobile store and getting that S2 is going to be the cure for what ails me today.
You should do that.
Yes.
You should do it. We're also going to talk
about... Baby, can I buy a new phone?
After I get my iPad 3, baby. We're also going to talk about a new program that American Express is rolling out. They have a new partnership with Twitter, and I'm going to give you all the details on how you can save money with American Express and Twitter. That and much, much more in this episode of Room 3026 Live. And want to also give you guys a quick shout out again to to those of you who are leaving some comments on the Facebook page.
I just haven't had time.
I do appreciate it. We got one last night from one of my friends. Lisa Sullivan got up there last night.
From the news lady.
Yes, she is, and she is everywhere. By the way, she
is
everywhere,
she is fairly
in all
ubiquitous
places
as well. Yeah, sure.
But anyway, want to give a big shout out to her. Thanks for chiming in on that. I encourage you guys to go over there and give your thoughts if you haven't done so already. You can go to Facebook, our Facebook page, Room 3026 Live, to give some of your feedback. But anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well on this Wednesday hump day. We are just a little bit not quite over the hump, but we're almost there.
We'll get over.
Right, we're almost there. Again, it looks like this is going to be one of those
We're
weekends
here to
where
assist you in that regard.
I don't have a weekend, so
Really?
yeah, it's another weekend where I'm going to be working hard.
What you got?
We're going to be in Charlotte this weekend.
Who's we?
Well, it'll be some of the members of Kappa Alpha Psi. We'll be
Right.
having our intake in Charlotte. So, if you are in Charlotte and you want to hang out, let's get connected, and maybe we can hang out when I'm not in there helping people do what they do.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping I was going to get you out to the Archbishops of Blunt Street show, and
Seems like whenever
Clayton.
we go there, you're always having a show.
Yeah, we're in Clayton, right near,
Right next to my house.
Yeah, practically your backyard.
A good 7.5 minutes away.
Really?
Yeah.
That close?
Yeah.
We'll be there Friday night, and it's, as far as our performances go, typically it is reasonably early show.
Yeah. Man. Well, is that you said that's Friday night?
Yeah, and
Okay.
if you got things you got to do, I understand that. We're semi-regular peeps at
Gotcha.
that venue. It's since 2 bands back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a fun place to play. We like the peeps.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's let's say that again. Dyslexic in America lives less than 2 minutes away from that place. So if
Yeah,
LL,
sure. You know, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pump a gig. That's what I do.
Yeah. So in any case, welcome to the show, Mr. Leon. Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, at 8 minutes in, how about we go ahead and jump into our first story, since we like talking about the news, what's happening in the world.
It is what we do. Oh, I almost
Give it away.
yeah.
Yeah.
I almost spoiled it.
Well,
Feed watch.
that's right.
Feed watch.
Feed Watch. This is where we constantly
Watch.
comb the blogs so that you don't have to.
Yes.
We give you the news that you can use because that's what we do.
It is.
Can't get enough of that sugar-coated Chris. You will not snooze. You will not lose. Unless, of course, you just like singing the blues.
Sugar Bear here.
A boo-hoo-hoo, even.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, looking at the first story, as you may have heard just moments ago, one of the things we're going to talk about is this new thing called Google Play. And I got this story from TechCrunch.
Yeah.
But yesterday, and I didn't see this until this morning, so that tells you how much out of it I really was. Yesterday, Google announced the launch of what they're calling Google Play, which is really a rebranded version of their market.
Yes. Well,
Right.
with their privacy, new consolidated privacy policy. That's right. They have rebranded. They've put all their apps under one umbrella, so it just made sense to put all their other stuff under one banner, which is to say all their content, like Google Books and the apps. They have really taken to they have mashed together the best, or depending on who you are, the worst of both of the internet, their competing internet giants marketing modules. They have taken on all the aggregating of personal information like Facebook, and then in the meantime they've taken a page from Apple's content from the App Store.
Well, that's basically what they did, yeah.
Yeah, it's works pretty good so far for me. You?
Well, I haven't used it yet, other than going in there to see what it was.
Really? You haven't got it? Because they dropped it on me. They dropped it on me on my Google iPage, and the Google Reader. I'm giving that joke another look now.
Oh, that's a given. That's a daily thing for me.
I just haven't gotten to it. Now that it integrates so seamlessly with the with the my iGoogle page, I can choose those that I want in an open pane, and then all the other ones I can just put into Google Reader itself. And the Google Reader on the phone reads all my podcasts, and it's nice. I like. I'm not all hip to most of these enhancements, but this Google Play stuff is so far pretty cool.
So for those of you, and I think very much in line with where Derek is going with this, for those of you who don't know, like Mike, who no longer is with Android, who is over there on iTunes.
Well, if he's
right?
on Chrome, he's going to be able to incorporate a whole lot of the.
Yeah, but what's he
going to
hook it up to?
Any of his cloud services, Google Reader, Gmail.
But he may not be paying attention, and that's so. I wanted to educate him a little bit.
And all of those widgets that go into Chrome. That's you got to go to their app store now. Called Play.
So what you get in all of this is very much, pretty much what Derek is saying is you get a rebranded version of the Android market, which consolidates all of its Google offerings like apps, right? You get your music over there now. You can get your movies over there. You can also get ebooks all in one place. But here's what they don't yet offer.
Do tell.
But they are probably going to offer very soon. If you look on the help page of Google Play, you will see two new features. Number one, you're going to see audiobooks, which will be coming soon.
I heard tell. Nice.
You will also see something, and both of these are empty pages right now, but the rumor on the street is they're also going to roll out magazines and journals as well through Google Play.
This intrigues us.
Now, another...
You mean like medical journals and professional...
it's what it looks like.
Wow, that's a very interesting...
It's what it looks like.
...market or sector to enter, because in a lot of cases, if it's narrow enough, then the content therein is really, really expensive. If there's only one place to go to get one or two or three publications pertinent to your occupation or your desired occupation, dude... That you'll pay the price, and people do. There was the Arbitron, or we used to call it Arbiguess, the ratings books that only like 10 people would actually buy. They were over $1 million a year for a subscription to essentially a magazine that would give you numbers for your listeners. 10 radio stations they'd buy them because they had to, but they would all pay about $1 million a piece, depending on the size of the market. So if you're doing professional journals that are very, very specialized content like that, that's real smart, and I can't believe no one's thought of it before.
Right.
So I'm looking at this, and they got 25-cent movies a day.
Yeah, they got 25-cent albums, and yeah, get buddy.
Uh-oh. Redbox, watch out.
And they also have, I mean, I was looking at some of the books they have too, and I mean, you get some free books. You know, there's a lot of really good deals over there.
A whole lot of the Google books that I have
try to rent
are
Immortals. It's only $4.
Yeah. Well, that's the perk of it, right? You get movies. And there are times when I can't get something on Redbox, and I go to Google, and I'll kind of watch it online because it's just easy to do.
Really?
And I told myself I wasn't going to do it, right? Because it's like $4.
Yeah, I remember that.
But there are some times when I'm willing to like spend that $4.
Wait. You spent...
Now, I don't do it all the time.
You got a Netflix subscription, and you are prone to give Google $4 for a movie?
It was a movie I really wanted to see.
Take it back my song about you.
It was
no more beats for you.
It was a movie I wanted to see.
Trying to pay, man.
Yeah, it was one movie. I think I may have done two.
It was only one. Okay, twice.
Well, yeah.
Listen to this guy trying to get his beats back.
I think there were two, but again, they were probably within the course of 8 months.
I might do this weekend.
Right?
What you trying to do?
Watch Immortals. I still haven't seen it.
Oh yeah?
It's only $4.
Man,
and I can watch it from the phone.
See, for me, that's
and bump Netflix.
Watching it. From
Hey
the
man,
phone.
don't we talking about Netflix
hey, man,
like
can
that?
Can I watch Immortals on Netflix right now?
No.
See, but I can watch it on Google Play.
Well, it's just like going to rent the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not pay for the DVD price.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Who knows when I get it?
Some of the other details, though, just so we can finish this particular story off. Number one, there are some additional domain names that Google has purchased. They have purchased GooglePlayMagazines.com, GooglePlayNewspapers.com, GooglePlayNewsstand.com, GooglePlayTV.com, and there's a number of other ones that are pretty much in the same boat as that. So if you haven't got on Google Play yet,
do it.
Definitely go over there. and check it. I think it was play.google.com. I think is a URL.
Rent a movie.
Get books, music, movies, and what was the other one that I'm missing? Apps. Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah, and apps.
So you have to go check that out. Now, one of the things I want to say what's up to, Tim is in the chat room right now, and he is keeping his eye on, and I appreciate this, Tim. Tim is keeping us in tune with what's
Yes,
happening
what he's
over
about to
here
buy.
at
He's-
this
yes, he's-
iPad 3 HD announcement.
He's
Yeah, I saw a
he's
poll.
our, he's our personal live blogging dude.
So he's keeping us together now.
Keeping us plugged in.
He is chatting in the chat room right now and kind of giving us some details. So let's see.
So what is it
here.
actually going to be called? Because I saw a
What's
poll,
that?
the actual device. Because I saw a poll today from GameTrailers.com and Facebook asking what is the name of the new device that Apple's about to announce? Is it the iPad 3 or is it iPad HD?
Well, I've heard both.
It's the
Oh, okay.
JPad. They're
Right.
moving on now.
I've heard
Is
both.
Jay-Z going to endorse it?
See, there you go.
Hey, man, it'll be a marketing scheme.
Nicely done, sir.
You know, watch the thrones in the background.
Right? I like.
The
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. All right. Well, let's move on to the other story that I have here. Let's talk about what American Express is doing. They have a new program that they are rolling out I guess in partnership with Twitter. And from my understanding, that this is not obviously the first program that we've seen. We've seen them work with other companies like Facebook before. But I have a video that I'd like to play, and I'll share this with you guys in the chat room if you guys want to see it for yourself. But let me play this video, and it's really sort of an introduction to the future of American Express with Twitter. All right, so let me throw this in the chat room for you. But I'll play it now for those of you who are listening online, so you can kind of get a little sense of what is going on. So here it is: American Express syncs with Twitter.
Every day you tweet about the things you love. But what if those
nice.
tweets could be more than just tweets? Now, when you sync your eligible American Express card with Twitter, tweets about the things you love can save you money on the things you love. Here's how. First, sync your eligible card with your Twitter account at sync.americanexpress.com/Twitter. Of course, your account information will be kept totally private. Then, be on the lookout for special offer hashtags. They could come from American Express or the brands and people that you're already following. Simply tweet the hashtags to have the offer loaded directly onto your synced card. Now, go use your synced card as you normally would. The savings will be applied as statement credits onto your account. No coupons, no printouts, no promo codes. It's that easy to sync, tweet, and save with American Express. To start saving on what you love, head to sync.americanexpress.com/Twitter.
All right. So I saw this and I said, man, you know, there's some interesting information about this. So to kind of wrap it up or kind of give you a general overview, you can go to sync.americanexpress.com/Twitter. Again, that is sync, sync.americanexpress.com/Twitter. When you go to this, you'll basically go to a website that'll allow you to use your Twitter handle, and then connect your American Express card to your Twitter handle. Okay, and once you do, there are companies like Best Buy, McDonald's, Whole Foods Market, Zappos, and a bunch of other merchants who you'll be able to kind of work with and partner with. Here's an example of one of the deals that they include. You can get a $20 statement credit when you tweet hashtag AMX Whole Foods. So you can basically say anything you want. You know, hey, I got this new deal from Whole Foods, blah, 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 save $20, blah, 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 and then end it with American Express Whole Foods as the hashtag.
That's interesting.
Right? Now, there's another one. You can also use your Sync credit card with, if you make a purchase of $75 or more at Whole Foods, you'll get that $20 statement because it'll know, A, you tweeted it first, and then B, you went to Whole Foods, spent $75. So basically, you're getting a $20 savings. So you're only spending $55 worth of money to get that deal. Another one, you can get a $10 statement credit when you spend $100 or more at Best Buy, and you tweet this hashtag American Express or AMX Best Buy. Again, say whatever you want, use the hashtag, and you get a credit on your card, so that when you go there to buy anything, you get a discount or a credit. That'll show up later. You know, this is interesting though. Number one, because I really like how American Express is using social media to market itself or market its certain companies. You know, and it's very much saying, hey, you get something out of the deal as well. And this is really a smart idea for them to do. And they also have another deal which is very similar to doing something later on this month, which is using kind of the same concept. And a lot of times we look at different services that say, well, how can I get a payment? How can I get a benefit? I think Derek always says, what's in it for me is his message.
No, it's not my message. That is my assessment
that
of
is,
how to.
Yeah, that is your message.
That's not my personal message
well, it's what
to
you say.
people. It is what I say, but
Right.
I say it in the context of how to assemble and formulate and deliver a successful promotion. You have to answer that question of others. That's not about me.
Well, I'm just saying this is the message that you give often, right? What's in it for me?
I
Right.
think the context is important.
Sure. Okay.
I'm not
well,
the
it's
most self-centered
it's
person
not
in the
like
world, although I
he's
can't
saying-
think of anybody more self-centered at the moment. That's beside the point.
So I think it's a good idea. There was another service that I've mentioned before, and I think this is still kind of a neat concept, and it's actually called Just Retweet. It's justretweet.com. It's still sort of a growing service, but the concept behind it is very much kind of in line with what I think American Express is doing. Is you go to this website, justretweet.com, you log in using your Twitter handle, and you can create your profile that says, this is my Twitter handle, here's my blog page, and blah, blah, blah. And then what happens is you can actually create a message that you want other people to retweet. Now, the payoff is this. It's going to cost you some virtual credits for you to do this, right? So you get to decide how much money you're willing to spend. It's not really money, but virtual credits. You decide how many virtual credits you're willing to pay somebody to retweet your message. So let's say I put out a new blog post, and I said, I really want people to retweet this for me. So you post this in Just Retweet, and I say, okay, I'm going to give you 10 credits for retweeting this. And then it sits out there, and then of course you can determine how much money or how much virtual credits you're willing to spend overall. So I'll say like 100, which means I can get 10 folks to retweet my message, right? Does that make sense? Now every time you retweet this, or when you do retweet this, you then get 10 credits to your account, which you can then spend on promoting your own stuff. So what you get is you get credit for supporting other people, which then gives you credit to advertise your own thing.
I get that. I ain't so sure I want to play, though.
Well, I think the
for me,
concept behind it is important, because it's a motivator to get people to move. See, if you just go out there and say, hey, can you please retweet this? You know, you might get some folks that will tweet it. Maybe it's your friend or somebody who supports you.
That is exactly the thing that I find most endearing about Twitter. It is the idea that it has to be valuable enough so you do that voluntarily. It's the idea of monetizing it. Suddenly, we're putting a price tag on retweets. It seems to me it opens it up for a lot of garbage.
Well, I think there is room for that. One of the things that I've noticed is, you know, I go into this service, Just Retweet as an example, and I see a bunch of tweets that I wouldn't retweet. This wouldn't be of any value to my followers at all, you know, so I don't retweet them just because I can. I'm sure there are some people who do just to get the credit, but for me it's about you know, quality. Now, one of the things you can do is you can also limit this to say you have to have a certain number of followers, for example, to say I only want folks to have over 10,000 followers or whatever the case may be. But I think but overall, outside of the service itself, I think the concept of, as we're seeing here with American Express, is they're saying, look, do this for me, right? Tweet this hashtag, and you'll get something in return, which I think is a decent motivator.
I'm sure it is, but for me, it kind of devalues it devalues that which I find valuable in Twitter, which is the idea that I do this because I retweet because it's important to me. I do it voluntarily without this extra motivation. The idea that there's money in it for me, even virtual, not real money. Like I said, for me, it opens it up for a lot of spam, a lot of garbage, a lot of people retweeting just to get the virtual. And I could put together a Grease Monkey script that will block all those jokers that are that are alive.
But I guess you're under the assumption that you're following those people, and you're not, right?
I might be, I might not be. That's the thing. I'll
like, how do you know? Because at the other side, I mean, people retweet all the time, right? So it's like if somebody retweets who's in your timeline, this time we're talking about Twitter, for example. So one of your friends retweets something. Do you say, "Oh no, he retweeted this, must be spam"?
No,
or
no,
do you
no,
value his value what he's sharing?
Well, there's some people I'm just curious about. I don't know whether I value them or not, and the problem is, if it is spam, it's a waste of my time, and I got to go and take this guy out of my unfollow this guy or block him, which is, again, for me, it seems counter to what I like about Twitter. I get to follow people and see what's up with them. Are they cool? I've seen a couple of tweets from them that kind of sort of interest me. Maybe the subject matter I might want to learn more about, or something like that. So the minute they start going into this retweet for money, for retweet for profit, whether it's monetary profit or whatever, it devalues the Twitter experience for me. Or I won't say that because it's too soon to tell, but it does have that potential.
Well, I'll give you another example. Let's talk about, let's say, Comment Love, which is a service that I know Miss Eileen speaks highly about.
Right.
And there's also other things, like there are certain blog groups like Blog Engage, for example, and there's other ones similar to this. Now with Comment Love, one of the things you do is, if you go to one of Miss Eileen's pages, you'll see this Comment Love commenting system at the bottom, and what it does is it will essentially allow you to post a comment on her blog, and then it gives a link that says, "This is my last post." Now, essentially, the more that you blog on other people's website, the more you advertise your very own blog. So in essence,
I mean, that was true anyway. Whenever you're a guest blogger, that's usually in the byline. He's usually
we're not talking. I'm talking about comments.
I know.
I'm not talking about blogger as a
okay.
guest. I'm saying if you comment on her blog right now, and if you use Comment Love,
right,
it will automatically post your last
post in your comments.
In your comment.
Right. Okay.
So it says, "Hey, if you're interested, here's something more you can read."
Right.
Now, that's a service. So the more you engage with other people's blogs, the more you advertise your own. It's, again, very similar to this payoff concept, where
I
the more you engage, the more you can get engaged.
I think the idea of tagging my comments on other people's blogs with "Yo, dig my blog post" is a little different from the monetization. Once you start putting a price on it, it brings that element in it that I think potentially devalues the experience.
Okay. Well, I'll let you.
Like I said, I don't know, but I'm cautious.
I'll let you maintain that. I mean, I nothing I can really do to change that, but I will let you. I will let you maintain your position without arguing further. But I will say that I think, to a large extent, that this is something to consider.
Sure.
As a potential strategy for.
And there's no doubt. I will certainly
future marketing
concede the idea that there's something in it for me.
Sure.
So, so that it certainly. I'm not saying it's completely valueless. It's not without appeal. I just am not sure that it is worth it for me in the long term, in terms of those things that I value most.
Okay. I do want to point out from the chat room. Tim is sharing some of these numbers. It looks like early on he was talking about the new Apple TV. Also has iCloud supports for video, 1080p,
$99
$99
next week
for the new Apple TV.
Yeah, my man in San Jose was saying he's probably going to get one of the, because he's already doing wireless streaming of his iTunes stuff all over his house. So he said this will make it better and easier, and I can stream other stuff. So
Man, I'm looking at the live blog, and they said that the new Retina display that they're doing has 264,
247 by 1536.
but there's 264 pixels in each inch.
But
So think about it. Well,
it's ridiculous.
If you think about a GIF format, and I'm just going with like Photoshop, there's 264 GIF colors that can read. So imagine each pixel can have
Wow.
264 colors in a pixel.
That's crazy, man. A
Well,
million more pixels than HD TV.
Yeah.
and so I guess we've moved
Wow.
on, and I think in the discussion we've moved on to the actual iPad. Is that what they're talking about now?
Yeah, I'm looking at a live blog right here, and it's kind of going inside with what Tim's doing in the chat room, but they're talking about a new feature called the EyeSight camera.
Mm-hmm.
On the front of their devices, they have a FaceTime camera as well. So I'm just reading it, but
So the one thing which we kind of knew going into this, that they're going to have a sharper screen, right? 2047 by 1536 pixels, and according to Tim, he says 1 million more pixels than HD TV. So essentially, what we're looking at here is a very attractive looking screen,
Sharp.
right?
so they
It's,
just
how does that
said
compare to Blu-ray? Not that I would.
it probably doesn't.
So you saying Blu-ray is all that?
No, I'm saying
Blu-ray doesn't compare.
yeah.
I see.
But they just said that it records in HD at 1080p with the iPad camera now. So
And I'm assuming this is the one on the back side.
right.
Okay. Because if that was the one on the front, I'd be like, dude, that's hot.
But they said the one in the front, or I don't know if this is the front, but just the camera itself has auto exposure, great color, autofocus, and great edge-to-edge sharpness.
Cool.
Auto face detection. I wonder where they got that idea from.
Sounds like Galaxy Nexus.
Yeah.
Why? So why is it that
Hold up.
that nobody complains when Apple jacks other people's idea, but when
do-
Apple
they-
jacks,
We did complain when they came out with the iCloud.
they are the
thing.
most jackinest company I know.
The most jackinest.
That is horrible.
But check this.
But then they
So-
want to sue everybody else
So check
because
this.
they borrow their idea.
So auto face detection,
Uh-huh.
auto expose, lock, and autofocus lock.
That is such a jack. I really want Google to like straight sue them, just
Yeah.
because.
I would.
Like, really?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like really, you're
It
gonna
would
so you're
not
gonna come out
surprise
here and you're gonna jack
You
our
gonna
idea?
You gonna straight
Cease and
jack my
desist
tech
your
like-
suits.
It's the most
Or
jackinest
we'll
company
start
I
a
know.
new suit.
That's right, I said it. Jackinest.
The most jackinest company I know.
I don't even know how to spell that just yet, but I'll figure it out.
That's all right.
They said they guess people will be taking more pictures with their iPad now. So
More people need to put that thing. Oh man, you got me livid now.
just
Livid.
Dude.
Jackinest.
I'm surprised you just not getting mad though.
Well, I'm only mad because they sue everybody, and they sue everybody and their grandmama, right? Because
for doing what
oh
they
my
do
gosh,
all the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're borrowing the size of my phone. All of a sudden, you want to sue for that, but then you openly jack somebody else's concept, and you put it on your own phone, but it's okay. Hey man, anybody that supports Apple right now is crazy.
Oh,
Crazy.
They have a new stabilizer now
they're
for
doing the same
recording
thing,
video.
they're doing the same thing tech giants have always done.
Theft.
They would say proprietize, embrace, and
3G.
proprietize.
That's all you get is 3G. Tim says in the chat room, 3G LTE. Really? That's it?
Dude,
I thought-
innovation-
why are we not on 4G yet?
Oh.
Oh man,
And see, innovation is difficult and expensive. It is much easier to
Jack.
embrace and proprietize, as Mr.
Uh-huh.
Bill Gates put it. We don't jack, we embrace, then proprietize.
And then we sue everybody else. Okay. Tim says, wait a minute, that's 4G. I have to say, dude,
Yeah,
it's
next
like going
generation
backwards.
4G LTE.
Let me say hi to those who just walked in. Little Bites, since Marianne is in the room. Also, we have guest 2154. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Most jack.
We are sort of
No,
doing. We're talking about.
because I'm not logged in.
We're talking about the new iPad 3, also known as the iPad HD,
I
which
like that name
is clearly a jacking.
So that's the JPad. That's why
Somebody
they call it the
else's idea?
JPad. It's no longer the iPad. It's the JPad. J
Uh-huh.
stands for jackinest.
That's it. The jackingest
Look
device.
what just got birthed on today's show. The JPad from Jackin. Really? Are we going to continue this?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Because it's funny, and
That's
I
right.
I might buy one, but it's still true, and it's funny.
JPEG.
So I wonder if Tim has saw any features yet that
It doesn't look like
that will
it.
make him buy it.
All right. Well, anyway, so Tim's keeping us from the chat room. He's keeping us in the loop about what's happening with the new announcement. And we're going to keep moving on with our stories that we have here. Right after the break, we're going to go to Daily Booth, take our picture real quick. But right after the break, we're going to take a look at what Walmart is doing. They look like they could be the next bank, the Bank of Walmart.
I believe it.
What? And also, there is a new service on Facebook that looks an awful lot like Pinterest, but it works on Facebook.
That's the other jacket.
Jackbook, the Jackinist. So anyway, pull out your cameras, y'all.
This is the remix.
Let's take some pictures. And we call this Daily Booth.
Has anybody jacked that yet?
Once it decides to play.
My
Daily
booth. Mike's booth.
What it look like? What you're wearing?
All right.
Daily before someone jacks your wardrobe.
Daily Booth is where we go to take pictures.
See what I did there?
It's a free website. You can go there right now, www.dailybooth.com. You can take a picture with your webcam, with your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture, whatever is easiest for you. And once you do, you can share that picture with us right here in the chat room. Just share the URL, and we can click on it, and we can see you and all that good stuff. Also,
we can see what you're wearing.
if you are listening from an archive show, don't worry about it. You can always participate.
Yeah, come on.
All you got to do is just go to dailybooth.com.
Yeah,
you can also find me at dailybooth.com/Damon
still post
Nolan. And if you follow me, I will definitely follow you back. Let me know that you are a listener. So feel free to post your picture. Might see Mike Render has just pulled out his camera, and he's going to take another picture and post that in a momento. So I want to say thanks again for sharing. And in any case, let's see what you guys are wearing. What you're wearing, man. So Tim Arthur, while you guys are pulling out your cameras, Tim Arthur says they called it the new iPad so far. They really haven't provided the name.
Yes.
The iPad 3, the iPad HD,
JPad.
the JPad,
Go buy the new iPad.
the new jackinest iPad to date,
Beyond iPad.
the JPad,
JPad.
Sounds so much like
the JPad.
hate.
I ain't hating. I'm just.
I ain't congratulating, that's for sure.
I just
I'm
wanna know-
congratulating. I'm recognizing.
I just need to know if the iPad 2 is price dropping. Just give me that. That's all I care about.
You know, I might go with you there. I mean, my wife might.
They haven't yet. I know the website was down earlier this morning before the announcement, and there hadn't been a price adjustment
Yeah, I know. I just looked.
as of yet.
I just looked.
Mike Render is rocking his November look, which
In
is essentially
March.
to say that he has no facial hair whatsoever.
Not even eyebrows.
No. Did you draw those on?
No.
Did you draw your girl's pen
No.
or pencil?
See how
No, I
see how
didn't
wrong
draw.
it is.
See how that
I didn't
works?
draw my girl's pen
Okay, I'm just making sure.
or pencil. Or the pencil or pen did not draw on
See
me.
how wrong
Okay.
it is.
That's actual
You know,
follicles coming out of
and
my
I'm-
skin.
and I'm growing my facial hair back, man. I'm growing my
I know, I
beard
can
back.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured, man, sometimes I get tired of the little mustache. I'm just going to grow the beard back, man.
So I
Just-
got tired of the beard.
Just put it
recommend
back.
I highly
I
recommend.
got tired of the beard.
Flavor Saver.
Tim Arthur also throws a picture up here as well. He says, Happy Wednesday.
Hey, dude.
Throws up the thumb. Happy Wednesday, sir. Thanks for joining us. I gave him a thumbs up, man. Thumbs up for Happy Wednesday.
Good for you.
Definitely. All right. So let's talk about this Bank of Walmart. What's that all about?
People be using Walmart to cash their checks for a long time.
They
now.
do.
Yeah.
They do. It's interesting.
We tried.
And they have these little credit cards or
Or prepaid
debit
yeah,
cards,
yeah,
right?
prepaid cards. Yep.
I think Erica is who currently works at Walmart. She gets her salary
In her
on this
card.
card.
Really?
Yeah, they don't even give her a check. They just say, "Here's a card. Go have it."
There you go.
So yeah.
Pick up your card.
Hey man, happy birthday. Here's your
Happy
card.
birthday.
Just like a gift card, except
Yep.
for
And she just
It's
goes
your
and she
money.
just
It ain't a
swipes
gift,
it
you earned
swipes it and,
Yep.
and cash comes out.
and cash comes out. Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
That's kind of fun.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, coming from Forbes.com,
It's all about the interest rate. It's all about the access fees.
that's
How
right.
much they charge you to
Wow.
get to your own money.
The iPad has a hotspot. Just saying.
You mean like the droid's been doing from almost the first incarnation?
Yeah,
Dude.
along with the Galaxy Nexus face recognition. They've been doing it for at least 6 months.
JPad.
Walmart banks. Walmart banks.
So Walmart, is along with a number of other companies like Target and a few other companies, they are now working on a mobile system that will basically turn your cell phone into a credit card. Now, clearly, this is in competition with what we talk about here often all the time, is the Google Wallet as an example. Also, something the ISIS initiative, which some of these mobile carriers are also using as well.
What's the other thing?
The Google Wallet, or well, that's somewhat different because you're not really collecting money; you're making payments via your phone.
Okay.
So, in this case, looking at the numbers, the mobile market right now is expected to exceed $670 billion with a B dollars in that industry alone by 2015. We're talking on a couple years from now.
You know what? I've listened to a couple of tech podcasts, and I don't know why. I mean, not tech, but finance podcasts. I don't know. I've been getting in touch with my inner Warren Buffett for the last 6 months or so, but a few of them are openly using FedEx and UPS as predictors, market indicators. So when people are using these, using FedEx and UPS, that means to these financial experts that the market is coming up because people are spending more money because they're buying online stuff because those guys are delivering to their house.
Right.
They're using those companies as legitimate financial marketplace predictors now for the very thing that you're talking about.
So, and I don't understand exactly how. That would, I don't understand the relationship there.
Because, okay, banks traditionally, well, recently, are not issuing credit cards, debit cards, even checking accounts to a lot of people. You got a couple of dings on your credit history, and you are done with most of the major banks now. Walmart, on the other hand, doesn't care. Cash them out, and you've got that thing with the Visa on you, and you can use it online. And lower income people are using these gift cards for their online purchases de facto for a long time. And the idea that Walmart, which is where people go anyway, especially if you need or want or cut rate goods,
right.
just the lowest prices on any given thing you might want to buy. Chances are Walmart's in the sentence. So the idea that they are providing an easy way for that valued Visa logo that you can use online purchases just seems to me really, really smart in my world.
Well, one of the things,
and then I guess I got sidetracked because I was listening to this financial podcast before I came in.
Yeah, that probably has something to do with it.
Well, then it just amazed me. FedEx and UPS as financial market
indicators.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you can judge the economy based on how well those guys are doing.
Sure, I can see that.
Well,
one of the things we can, that I'm learning from this particular article from Forbes, they talk about the mobile commerce has seamless customer service experiences and also will drive brand loyalty. There are actually 3 different levels, if you will, that are affected by this new mobile commerce. And I want to go over all 3 of those with you real quick. The mobile payment, number 1, the mobile payment will introduce a new marketplace dynamic in which credit card companies must now compete with the retailers who were historically their best customers.
See, and there goes the tie-in again, where people that may not have conventional bank accounts, they suddenly get a chance to do that kind of business, whereas the banks were more or less closing them out.
And which I can understand. And
I'm just saying it brings more people into the
retail.
Yeah,
in this case, Walmart.
Exactly.
Right. The fact that I can, if the banks aren't going to give me a credit card or give me a debit card or whatever the case may be, but I can go to Walmart and get the same thing, then why wouldn't I go to where I'm already going to be at anyway?
Go to Walmart, get the functional equivalent. The idea so I'll bet you that access rate we were talking about at the beginning of the story is just a skosh higher than elsewhere.
Number 2. One of the things we'll see in this new market shift as far as mobile commerce is concerned is that mobile billing is a cornerstone of the total communications network that will allow companies to communicate about anything with their entire customer base. One example that they gave in the article was if you say BP, right? So let's say you are buying gas with the BP card. Well, once I know that you are a buyer of my product, if anything should happen to my business, I can immediately contact you directly and say, Derek, did you realize that we have one of our ships is in the Gulf, has just exploded, so our prices are going to go up, but we're going to do everything we can, Derek, to provide you the best service,
You know, the other
best
thing
quality,
is product
yada,
recall.
yada, yada.
Product recall.
Sure, that's another one. But I mean, you
Wow.
can't do that with gas, but
I know, but I was just thinking
but yeah.
of another example where
But
that would be really, really valuable.
I can see that.
You bought some bunch of bananas, or even a better example still, a baby food that may have been tainted with the wrong, because Walmart is the king of effectively using the RFID, so they can identify those. They can go in there and get the bad boxes out and keep selling the good stuff and not
Right.
even tell you.
well, and then they could tell you that, hey, we saw that you bought one of these.
That's what I'm saying.
And say, hey, you might want to take that back to the store because we
Exactly.
saw it, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So this is another reason why this is definitely going to change the shift in how companies are doing it. And obviously
Very
what
interesting.
Walmart is doing, they're cutting out the middleman, right, and saying, look, we can talk to you directly. The third thing that's going to potentially change with this new mobile commerce is this, that mobile payment systems and the broader mobility revolution at hand will even provide more data, storage, and usage mileage. So now
Yeah,
you
boy.
can look at what they have actually purchased. You can, so you can get all these details specifically down to the user, which is one of the things I thought that they were doing with that little store loyalty card, that it would tell you exactly what I bought.
That's getting some business,
Right.
But the thing that is most valuable to companies like Walmart is not so much the goods that you buy, but how it fits into the bigger picture when you buy them. And there are indicators about your habits, about when and how you buy stuff. They know before your doctor when you and your wife are trying to get pregnant, or when you might be having an illicit affair on your spouse. Your bank knows before your doctors and your lawyers do, simply by your purchasing habits.
Yep. I think there was actually an article talking about Target and how they knew, I guess, when you were pregnant, and they were delivering certain services to those who were pregnant, which I thought was interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying.
So the future of Walmart right now is potentially putting all their credit cards on your phone, which is to say you can do all these 3 different things that we just talked about from your device. So this is going to be really interesting. I shared the URL with you in the chat room. I want to say what's up to Aaron K. White,
Yo.
who is in the room. What's up? Yo.
This, if you're listening live and you're not in front of a computer, or you're listening on the archive, Tim has continued to diligently keep us abreast of the new iPad and the Apple event to talk about it. Looking at the price now is the base price $499 for a 16 gigabyte non-LTE model. They come in black and they come in white. If you want 32 gigabytes, $599. 64 gigs is $699, or $629, $729, and $829 if you want to buy the LTE models for the 4G.
Now I
networks.
can tell you those are prices that Brubman ain't gonna pay for. It ain't gonna have $629, $729, $829.
Well, $629 for
good looking.
$629 for a 16 gigabyte LTE, $599 for a 32 gigabyte LTE, and
Still, that's like
that's
might
a
as
lot.
well just buy a laptop for that price. It's ridiculous.
Man, I'm waiting for the price drop for the iPad too.
I still don't.
that is.
I
much
still
more-
don't hear anything in here that makes me want to buy one.
Yeah, I know. It's an iPad too.
It just
Well,
looks
I don't
better.
know the LTE, the 4G capability, and the super duper brightest screen, the high density screen, the HD video recording.
I mean, that's great. And
Just give me the 2.
These are factors that I find very
Come on,
very
man.
appealing. Don't you, baby?
$200.
Don't you, baby? Don't you find that very appealing, my love?
$199 for iPad 2. Please, come on. That's what I want to see.
And Tim Arthur is see I told you Tim's gonna buy one,
Yeah, I know.
right?
Why
He's
wouldn't you buy
like
one?
this
He's
comment
not
right
gonna
here.
buy
He
one.
says Damon equals hater.
That's true though.
Damon equals
Yeah,
hater.
it's true.
No, let me tell you what that is. That is him being defensive about his product.
Well, both of those things are true.
right? Which means he is probably gonna buy one.
Look at
now.
this next comment.
He says, if you don't have one, the display and the camera are big improvements. See, I knew it.
He says nope. He says nope that he ain't
says
going
to.
to.
Now, right? Let that marinate for a little
Man, I was
bit.
getting ready to say, I'm going to
Wait till
get
wait till he
that cat
lays
90
his
days.
yeah. Wait till he lays his eyes on the screen.
When everybody else has one,
I might make a wager with you. if
Tim,
this
where's
Netflix-
yours
if this
at?
Netflix thing doesn't play out.
I can't
What
see him
happened
saying when
If
somebody
this
asks
Netflix
him.
thing doesn't play out in my favor, maybe we can renew that bet.
I got to get one
give
because
him 90 days before he buys one. Then you can properly introduce me as the world's funkiest man, or at least 20 bucks.
I just don't.
We
I
can
just don't.
we can restructure this bet, a double or nothing.
I just don't see Tim being in that conversation where everybody else has their new iPad or iPad 3, whatever it's called, and
I'm thinking
they're like, Tim, where's yours at? And I just don't see Tim saying, "Oh, I don't have one
here in the chat
because
room,
there's
he's
no
gonna
new
say, all you
features
do is
that I
talk negative.
wanted."
He's right. If you don't have one,
I'm just saying, I
Aaron-
just don't
Aaron
see
K. White
Tim.
says the wife won't allow. I think mine is. I think she thinks that I'm not going to.
He's not gonna do it, man. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna. That's not gonna be his response. It's gonna be,
right.
Tim, where's yours? He's gonna be like, oh, it's right here. It's in the
Right.
case.
Oh yeah,
How
I got a
often
new
do
one.
I talk bad
Yeah.
about the Android? Tim asked. Never. He's right.
Because there's nothing wrong with the Android.
That's true. That's true
I'm just
too.
saying. I'm just saying. I mean,
Well, clearly
hate is
Android
true.
perfect in every
And the
way.
Android
not a
Android
hater.
response is true. I mean,
I'm just saying.
there's two truths.
Right?
The hate is
What
true.
can I say?
And Android is true.
I mean, right? Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let me move on.
That's
Talk
very
about
funny.
this new service called Friend Sheet.
Dude,
As
Tim is
in-
giving you the business in the chat room, and you got the microphone. How rough is that?
As long as I don't repeat it, no one else knows but the forest.
I like that. I like that.
If a tree falls in the forest,
Nobody else knows.
that's funny, man. You a rough man.
There's a new service that is available now. It's called Friendsheet. And I got this from Read Write Web. You can go to friendsheet.com. Friend as in friend and sheet as in a sheet of paper. You can go there right now. It is essentially a new service, very much like Pinterest, which allows you to...
But you have to be very, very careful how you say it. It's
You
not
do.
like Pinterest.
yeah, it's not Pinterest, but it's like Pinterest.
Friend sheet.
Friend Sheet.
Sound like friend
That's what I'm saying. You have to be
Yes.
very careful how you say it.
friendships.
It's like that, but it is...
And you can't be pretending to have some kind of accent or no, that won't work either.
No.
Friendsheets.
But the idea behind it...
you see what I'm saying now?
But the idea behind this service,
You might be saying a bad word.
it's very much like Pinterest, except now it connects to your Facebook account, right? So what happens is all of your friends and their pictures will now be connected.
Pictures
Now
connected.
will be. Hold on one second here. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and talk for a second.
Your pictures will now be connected to what? Do you have the story in front of you?
Static.
Hold on for a second.
No, we said that I didn't say a bad word. I said the friendsheets. The friendsheets.
See, here I am in the captain's chair. Oh, dude. Damon keeps his notes very, very organized. Friendsheet
The friendsheets.
was to take the place of Facebook photos and turn it into a visual experience while maintaining speed, performance, and a great intuitive experience. That's what the creator, whose name is Zachary Aliyah, said in the post on Facebook. But Friendsheet is not Pinterest in the sense that you can't pin images to Friendsheet, nor can you organize your images onto pin boards and categories. So the difference is what again?
Friendsheets. He's not saying.
Thank you.
He is saying sheets.
All right, yeah.
It's friendsheets.
All right, we're still at work, so sometimes you get you got to handle those. Anyway, so very much like Pinterest, it looks very much. If you guys could go to the website now, you can go to friendsheet.com,
He said sheets.
and you can see it looks just like Pinterest, right? Except it's all of your Facebook friends' pictures across the wall.
So the
you
difference-
can comment and you can like it, but what it does not do, it doesn't allow you to create any sort of boards. It doesn't allow you to do anything like that.
So-
You can't really pin anything.
So Jack Voke is basically Jack in the interface, the look and feel, not even the functionality.
Right, it's really much just the look and feel of it. It's
Okay.
it just it looks clean. It really functions clean. There's an
Oh,
example.
wow, it does look very
Yeah.
much like here. Click log on with Facebook, and then
Yep. And I've actually found one of the very first things I saw. I found a picture that I liked just in that first click. I just like, wow, this is cool.
That you like and you
So
put it on the friend sheet.
you can like it, you can comment on it, just as if you were on Facebook. You can actually upload pictures via friend sheet, and it will go to your wall. So that's kind of a neat feature. So again, go check that out. It's friendsheet.com, and I've actually friended it. There you go. You can.
So when my
connect
friends
that.
are teasing me or like giving me the business on the Facebook, I could say they were giving me the friend.
This is the sheet.
They
I
were
mean,
giving me some
friend
friend
sheet.
There you go.
Not the.
So there you go. Yeah. So
Sheet.
just some you can see very quickly. You can see very
Just
quickly.
talking about the sheet.
This. Oh, so this app is the what now?
This is the sheet.
There you go. Mike Swiggs out of the park. It's gone.
Yeah. Okay. This is
Yeah.
this is
So you can comment on it. You can like it.
this is similar to something that I've used before.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the sheet.
Very good. Very good.
Stop it.
Anyway, that's out there
Give
for
me
you. So
some
go
list.
take a look at it, and it could be very valuable, or it could not. Maybe it's. I don't know if it's going to be a Pinterest killer, but it can definitely be kind of a cool little feature. All right. After Blog Roll, we're going to talk to one more story. This one is about Netflix, and I got some new information. Will Netflix be going to your cable box?
No, they're going to Yahoo.
We'll find out. Let's look at our Blog Roll. All right. Blog Roll is when we take a look at what you guys are writing, what you're putting out there into the blogosphere.
Well, there's that Isley Brothers record as well, Aaron Wine.
We have one story today. This one comes from Tim Arthur from his blog timponders.com. Again, that
Oh, I
is
saw that. Was that from last night?
timponders.com. It is titled, "You Want to Experience True Success? Adopt a Positive
I
Mindset."
did see that from last night.
It
Nice
works
post, dude.
if you believe it.
Nice post.
So anyway, I want you to go over here and check out
R. Kelly
Tim's
track.
blog. I'm going to post the URL in the chat room. I really like the direction he's going with this, and I appreciate that you're writing, man. Keep up the good work, dude. Here's the link. Make sure you step on it and go say what's up. Go say what's up. All right, in just the few moments that I have left, let me share this final story with you. The future of Netflix could be coming to your cable box. Coming from Forbes.com, Netflix has been in a meeting with some U.S. cable companies.
Didn't we talk about this Tuesday when I came back from Cali?
No,
Oh, maybe it's because I wasn't supposed to talk about it.
No, we didn't talk about it, but this could be a very good reason as to why I don't see them going anywhere. The Netflix has been in a
about
conversation
this.
with the U.S. cable companies about adding the movie streaming service to their cable offerings. This comes from Reuters. And it says that this could put them essentially as a competitor, a direct competitor to HBO,
That's right.
as an alternative to on-demand option for cable subscribers via their set-top boxes.
The other thing is, I don't know if you've noticed a slight but very, very important shift in their marketing. It talks about TV and movies now instead of just movies. Go to their website and look at some of their text and look at
Pay
their commercials.
attention.
It says TV and movies, and you know the fact that TV is in there before.
Movies.
Yes.
Well, I watch way more movies than I watch TVs. I'm
But-
sorry.
but-
I watch
but-
way more TV than I watch movies. Right.
I'm just saying their
All right.
marketing shift is. I think that's a none too subtle and important thing about this wager that we're having. Like I said Tuesday when I came back, I think you might be right about this now.
Now, how will they get paid is one question that they may
I
have.
don't know what I'm gonna do. How am I gonna raise $20, dude? Oh, that
Well,
thing.
one option for those of you who if this goes through or when this goes through rather, you would be paying this through your cable bill.
Can I pay in
It would
pennies?
just be an additional $8, which if you look at it could be very much like just paying for the streaming service, really.
Yep.
Right?
You,
It's
you
an
have- you
additional
have
$8. Isn't that
cable,
kind of in line with what HBO charges, doesn't it?
A cable, yes. Well, HBO is a little more expensive than that, although it started out that cheap. They do have different tiered services. You can just have
90
the big 13, which you would have if you were just watching a broadcast cable. Then you have the second tier, which includes CNN and MTV, and then you have this third tier, which included like the stars and the movie channels. And then you could buy some premium networks a la carte, Showtime, Cinemax, HBO.
porn.
Well, so there you go. According to the CEO, he says, look, this is a natural direction for the company. And last but not least, he says you could see this maybe with one of your local cable operators later on this
60 seconds.
year.
Is that my man, my friend Reed Hastings? That says
Yep,
it?
that's who said it.
It's not natural. That's not something he wanted to do. He wanted the movies, but
It's natural.
he got cornered. He couldn't do nothing else.
All right.
He's
Well,
not
let
done.
me let that be the last comment of the day and say thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Let me say thank you to Alan Tran, Dyslexic in America, Guest 2154, Little Bites, that's Mary Ann, Tim Arthur, and all of you listening live in an archive. Aaron K. White, I know you were here earlier. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, we are here tomorrow, every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Blog Talk Radio. And don't forget, you can also get the higher fidelity sound on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Damon
I'm getting faster at it.
Nolan to get those out.
See you tomorrow. We probably won't be this silly, but we might.
Yeah, you never know. Anyways, gonna do it for us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then,
Deuces.
deuces.
10 seconds.
As an iPad, deuces. The sheets.